Hey guys, it's Macro1 here for a brand new vlog. The last video I did was with a friend, Piss Pants 1, and that was a free to play money making guide, which I said I would do. So I've had a couple of comments from people saying I knew about the wine, the Zamrock wine, but I wasn't aware that it was 2k. So I'm pretty glad I made that video for you then, because that's really good if you're making money. Today I got up at about 11, and then I had a government and politics paper to write, so that was pretty harsh. I was doing that pretty much from like 11 till about 4 in the afternoon, and then I watched Chelsea vs Arsenal, which if you're in America is soccer. So I watched that match today, and I'm a Chelsea fan, so obviously I'm very happy because we won 2-0. So, you know, thank you Drogba. And thank you, Alex. Alex's goal was epic. You can leave comments in the comment section about how amazing his goal was. But then I think he injured himself because he kicked the ball so hard. But I still think that's epic. So I hope he wins like the goal of the month competition on Match of the Day. So that's pretty awesome. So apart from that, I've not really watched any other TV because I've been writing my politics paper. But I finally finished it. And, you know, this sounds a bit sad, but there really is. There's not no better feeling. I mean, there's obviously a lot better feelings, but there is a really good feeling when you know that you've got like a really long piece of homework to do and you finish it and you're just like, oh, thank God. It just feels like such a weight's being lifted. It's one of the best feelings ever. So I feel really good because I got that done. I was going to leave it to the last minute and I was like, no, I'm going to do it now. But it wasn't too bad because I had many cups of tea and also Cadbury's animal biscuits. How amazing are Cadbury's animal biscuits? And cheese savouries, those are like biscuit things that are like a star shape, a love heart shape, a rectangle shape, a anything shape. They have loads of different shapes and they're like little like McVitie's mini cheddar things that are like little and cheese flavoured, and they're awesome. So I had those as well, and jelly babies. I know, so the Haribo ones as well. So I'm pretty happy. Oh, macro. Yep. Sorry about this. I'm just gonna. What's the best weapon for training strength? Saradomin sword. For how? I'd say Saradomin sword. No problem. I don't know if that's the best weapon, to be honest. It's not. He's probably like something like a Vestus longsword is supposed to be amazing. So I was watching RH's video where he had a Vestus spear in PvP, and he was really owning hardcore with that weapon. Like every single time he hit them, it was more or less a big hit. And he's not even got good combat stats. And I don't care if no one likes him or if you like him. I just wanted to watch that video because I wanted to know what the weapon was like. And they're pretty awesome Vestus weapons, and people are like, oh, Vestus longsword's even better than that in PvP. But looking at the prices of them, they're really expensive, and they degrade, which I didn't know, and I was like, really? That's ridiculous. For that, it's like 20 million it degrades, like, seriously. But then people were like, no, because you'd use it like Bandos, and you would probably make your money back. Nah, but I still don't fancy that, because whenever I go to Bandos and solo it, you can bet your ass there's always someone there for ages, so I can never get a world, and it just end up being pointless. So I haven't really been bossing in a while. I've just been doing Slayer, but I will go back and do Bandos because it's just something I want to do. I want to get a hill drop or a Bandos chestplate drop or a Tassex drop once in my Runescape career because it's just something really awesome to do. It's the same like I want to get 85 Slayer because I can say I've got a whip drop before. It's just something really good to do. So I went to the wedding the day. I don't know if I told you I had to go to a wedding, but I got the day off school because I had to go to a wedding, which was pretty awesome. It was my auntie's wedding, and there was lots of free food and drink, so that was really great. So, but I had training the day after, which kind of sucked because everyone was buying me like pints of beer, and because it was at this like nice fancy place, it was really expensive. And I don't know how much beer is over in America, but it was like £5 a pint, which is really expensive. It's never that much in a normal bar, but it was like £5 a pint, and my family members kept buying me them. So they bought me like one after the other, and I was like, normally I would have just been like, you know, I've got training, so I probably shouldn't because I'm gonna be knackered and I don't have a hangover. But when someone's bought you something that's £5, you kind of like, I've got to drink this now because, you know, that was £5. So I kept drinking them, and I got a little bit drunk, and then the band was playing some really awesome songs like Sweet Home Alabama, some really old school rock songs, you know, like Living on a Prayer, all that kind of jazz. And so I was properly rocking out. It was awesome. And then I can't really remember after that. I know I got a taxi home, which was pretty awesome. My sister paid for that, so thank you to our sister for that, for getting me home, because I don't live with my sister. And then I had to get up like pretty early to go training, but it wasn't too bad because I woke up earlier than I needed to randomly for no reason. Then I went and drank like a crap load of bottled water, so I felt a lot better. I didn't actually have a headache, but I knew there was a chance I could get one. I thought that guy was going to talk to me then, and then I had loads of ibuprofen, paracetamol, and then I had some energy drinks before I went training. So I was actually fine. But something really, really bad I want to talk about. It was really, really weird. It's like the most weird things that have happened to me in my life. Me and my friend, I'll take that. Yeah, I'm a scavenger, I don't give a shit. But anyway, me and my friend, who I go training with, who was in the video with me, the last video I did, we went kickboxing training, and it was on the way back. We just come out, we got a KFC. Yeah, that's what you eat after you go training. Yeah, I know it's not good, but I was properly starving, and I couldn't be asked to be all healthy. So I went and got one of those boneless box meals for one. It was pretty awesome. Gravy, chips, popcorn chicken, and 3 of those crispy strips. It was pretty damn good, and a Pepsi, of course. So we're coming out of there and we're walking to the bus stop, and this guy is like running across the road because there's a bus coming, and as he did, he like turned to like flag it down, and so he like did like a half turn, tripped over the curb and fell backwards, smacked his head on the floor, on the concrete, because he'd fallen backwards, and he was quite old. He was about 60. He didn't put his hands out like a normal person would, you know, to break your fall. So his hands didn't come out, and he smacked the back of his head really, really hard on the concrete. And then he started making this like weird, like, you know, like a snorting kind of a noise. And then like loads of people crowded around. They were like, holy shit, what should we do? And this guy rang an ambulance, but no one really put him in a recovery position. And so I was a bit like, why is no one kind of doing that? But then this person, because we're like kids, I didn't really want to storm in there and be all like, you know, put him in this position and you ring the police, because they would be all like, you're a little kid, like, fuck off. But I kind of wanted to, but at the same time I didn't want to feel really responsible if, say, something was like a brain hemorrhage and I'd moved his head and then I'd caused him to die. So I just kind of stood back, and then this woman put like a coat under his head. Oh, for fuck's sake. What? This woman put this thing under his head. What was a quest for range? I don't give a shit, right? I know that sounds really horrible, and I always say like join my clan and talk to me and stuff. I will be nice, but I'm really trying to make a video. But anyway, so this woman put this thing under his head, and he carried on making this noise, and then he kind of like stopped, and so I was like, well, there's nothing really we can do. So I went in this shop, came back out, and then because there was loads of people around, the ambulance had been rung. Went in the shop for quite a while, and I was talking to my friend about that was really bad, wasn't it? And then we came back out, and there was ambulance, police car, ambulances, more ambulances and shit, and loads of people stood around. No, not WoW, this is RuneScape. Lol. But anyway, and then they, you know, like usually they're really, really careful with the body when they're putting it onto like a stretcher, because like they're injured. They properly weren't. Like they were pressing on his chest, and they put this like bag thing with like a tube in his throat. And that made me think maybe he'd swallowed his tongue. Well, not swallowed, but choked on it. And they were like, you know, pressing the thing. And then they stopped. And his arm was like, he was properly pale. And his arm was properly like limp. And he wasn't moving. And then they like just stopped being all like... They stopped being all like gentle. They just picked him up and just put him on a stretcher. And then everyone was like, oh my god, he's definitely dead. Because they weren't being... And the people were like... All the ambulance people looked like really like freaked out. And then... They put him in the back of the ambulance, and then the police started like taking everyone's statement and like ordering the thing off. So then I was pretty sure he was dead. And And then I saw my friends from, I've just started sixth form, some of my friends, and you know, I don't really know them that well. Like, I kind of know the name roughly, and they were like, "Oh, what happened?" I was just talking to them whilst I was with my friend, and you know, one of them said to me, he was like, you know, it just makes you think, doesn't it? You know, you could die at any day. You know, you should really, you know, like, live each day, you know, like it's your last one. And I was thinking, you know, at the time, I was thinking, Jesus Christ, as much as now I think, you know, that is a cliche. I've heard that so many times in films and shit, and I've always just thought, yeah, shut the fuck up. But when you've just seen someone die in front of you from something, at the first I just thought he was a pissed guy that had fallen over, to then a guy that's died from, I don't know if he was drunk or just tripped, but you know, I thought maybe he might be pissed to trip over a curb, but you know, so from being point of like a second, he's like just fallen and dead, you know, and that really made me think, because you know, he's someone's dad or someone's uncle. He was someone. He was an old guy, but you know, he was someone's son, you know, and he just really made me think, what if I was on my deathbed now, would I have done most of the things I wanted to do? Yeah, you know, it's a bit deep. Maybe I've kind of morbided you guys out, but it's, you know, I'm only 16. It was a really, really weird thing for me to see, and it's not something I ever want to see again. And it creeped me and my friend out so much. But, you know, it's just something for you to think about, you know. So start having more fun. That's what I think everyone should do. So I came home and I went on Runescape to have some fun. Oh, that's going to be annoying. I'm going to have to type in my bank bin. Resume. Right, so now we're going to be less morbid and more RuneScape related. Right. My friend, can you give me... No, I'm just not even going to reply to that now on video. I'm not doing that. I don't do 76k tricks because it loses you money because you have to buy the 76k in the first place, and I'm doing Slayer. So anyway, I've just had the Tazar task and I owned it, and I was proper jamming. I got 2 of those shields. I'm now going to go sell them, see how much they're worth. My clan chat, I'm always in this clan chat, and I always tell you guys to go in this, and it's a good clan chat, but basically I'm gonna open my own clan chat, I think, because you know, there's been some arguments in the clan chat recently, not between me. I don't really talk about arguments because I'm usually doing my own thing, so I don't talk a lot in it. But you know, I think I'm just, because I've got 62 subscribers now, so thank you for everyone that subscribed. I think I'm gonna open my own clan chat, so it's just gonna be Macro 1. And you guys can all talk in that. I'm not going to make... You don't need to be ranked or anything, but I will probably start ranking people for as long as they've been in. And so, you know, join my clan chat, Macro 1. Also, I'm just going to quickly sell this stuff. So, yeah, they've just sold. Just got money from that. That was a pretty jammy task. Curidel's being a little bitch at the moment. She keeps giving me the most crap tasks ever. I had 400 points and now I'm on 130 or something because I've had to cancel that many tasks. I'm so pissed off, and I've got Tazar again now, but she just gives me stuff like water fiends that I can't be asked to do, and like 1,000,000 steel dragons. I'm just like, I can't be bothered. So I've got those again, which is pretty good, you know. And that's really all I wanted to talk about today. I've got a lot more I want to talk about, but the video's getting long, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good I hope you've had a good Sunday and a good weekend, and have a good week. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for commenting, rating and subscribing. Remember to join my clan chat. Thanks. Bye.